All right, everybody. Hi, it's Katie Harris, owner and CEO of Nursepreneurs. And today we are talking about regenerative protein arrays. And we're just waiting for Joe to come on. So I do want to introduce you guys to Kimberly. So Kimberly works with Regenerative Protein Array. And she is going to be our point person for anybody who ends up being interested in this, because it's a great space to be. It's a very exciting space to be in. And we had done this a couple months ago, and Joe was on his way from North Carolina to Michigan because of the hurricane. And this time we set it up with him, and he's on his way to Florida. And I'm like, I don't understand why we can't get Joe when but the man is always on the move. He's extremely, he's building this huge empire of regenerative protein arrays, and I'm very excited to share it with you. So he'll be on in a moment, but Kimberly, do you want to tell us a little bit about you and your background? And
so I have actually been in this space for almost a year now. I started with umbilical cord blood, and I am excited to really dive into the RPA. One thing I do think people are going to like about the RPA is you don't have to have the -80 freezer.
Yes.
So yes. And a lot of the doctors are really excited about that. They're like, now I can get rid of it. So I think that that's a really huge point just for any MDs, NPs, PAs, or whoever is going to use the product. But yeah, I'm just excited to be here. And as far as my background, again, I've been a mom for 22 years, and then I got into the space, and I'm loving it. It's a really exciting place to be.
And you're also a product user, right? Because you're using all this regenerative stuff.
I am. And I was literally just telling my little brother, Katie, that my back has zero pain. So I had it. And at first I was like, ooh, I don't know. So I had umbilical cord blood injection actually through you. And it was just interesting because I was like, ooh, is this even going to work? And then about 3 weeks later, pain was gone, but then sometimes it would come back, especially just waking up, and then it would just go away. But now over the last few weeks, I'm not waking up with any pain. So that makes me excited. I have degenerative disc disease. And so the pain was really starting to get bad. So yeah, I can't wait to try the RPA on my knee. And I actually had a hip surgery that I want to try it on as well. So even if we even just did it in my hip, I think it'll be, it'll travel down. It'll really work for my right knee as well.
Yeah, I mean, this space is kind of funny that way because, I also have the soft wave machine, and I had a person come in yesterday, and she was complaining of pain in her knees and her ankles. And the soft wave actually worked for her because she has fibromyalgia, and it works really nicely for that type of pain. So we did the knees and the ankles, and then she's like, well, now that pain is gone, she's like, my neck hurts. like we can only do so many things at a time. You can't trigger the whole body, because then it's like there's no point in doing anything. But RPA is actually a really good idea for her. And you certainly have to have a clientele that has the budget. So, RPA is on, all of these regenerative medicine, it's all out of pocket, and people have to have the money to spend on it. But, it's like, her job is a dancer. So she needs to be able to, she needs her knees to work, she needs her ankles to work. So if she can't work, price almost becomes a non-issue because, if she can't dance, then she's not going to have any income. So
this is Joseph. I'm going to see.
Okay.
Hey, Joseph. Okay, perfect. And are you going to hop on? All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. He said the presentation was sent over to you.
Oh, it's in my email.
Yes, at Nursepreneurs. So that's her career. So she has to feel good. And the RPA actually will be really, really good for her. I did try the soft wave yesterday.
Oh, you did? How'd it go?
It went really, really well. He did it on my knee. It was just a quick 15 minutes, just an introduction. So I'm excited to try more. And he was like, I'm really interested in trying it on your head. And I was like, I wish that you could do it. Hey, how are you?
Hello. Hi. Yeah, Joe should be joining our call in just a moment.
All right. Also, I'm going to pull up the slides. I just have to find it now. What did I do with it? There we go. Oh, Sheldon, it's nice to see you. I'm Katie. I'm the owner's Nursepreneurs, and this is Kimberly. She's part of the sales team for us, and then I guess Joe. Oops, let me take this banner down.
Yeah, you should be here in just a moment. But yes, nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited to share this because it is really exciting, this field. And, we do, so Kim also does stem cells. So she'll be able to talk to you guys that are listening a lot. She can speak a lot to the difference. Like, should I use stem cells? Should I use RPA? Like, what's the difference? Why would you use one over the other? And, is there a role for both of them in your practice? So that is something that you're going to have to figure out and learn. But, I think you're going to find with RPA, there's a lot of huge benefits for using RPA. One, you're not going to have the FDA breathing down your neck, which is a big one. And two, it's a self factor. It's not, so it doesn't actually need FDA approval. Is that correct, Sheldon? Do you know?
Yeah, that's right. Since it's being used off-label as a self-factor and produced in an FDA-accredited lab, the labs are aware of it. But we do not need FDA approval as long as we don't say it cures, treats, or prevents any illness.
Yeah.
And a third exceptional selling point I would love to mention is you do not need a special freezer or any sort of special medium for it.
Yeah, when Kim sold me stem cells, I had to get this stupid, what is that? It was a vat with liquid nitrogen. And then OSHA came in, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got a vat of liquid nitrogen in my office. This is like a nightmare.
And it's just big and it takes up space and and you can ruin your product if it is not handled correctly.
Right. Plus, I don't like having liquid nitrogen. I'm like, I could melt my feet off or something. Like, this was dangerous.
Gloves. Remember the gloves? You're like, this is what came with this.
I have an apron. I've got these huge ass gloves and then this mask. I'm terrified of it. Like, I don't want to touch it.
I wouldn't either. I really wouldn't. And that just is just a huge thing for all these doctors because now they're like, now I don't have to log stuff. It's, every time you go in it, I think that there's like a log you have to do. Is that correct, Sheldon? Do you know?
Oh, I think he's on mute talking to somebody.
But, I do want to answer that, what you just mentioned about, are they both good to use? And I think that they both have a place in someone's practice for sure, especially umbilical cord blood for the joints. Although RPA is great for your joints as well.
Yeah.
It really is. But, and it's going to be preference and knowing your patient.
Yeah.
So people don't love the thought of stem cells as far as the umbilical cord blood. He said he can't get in. Let's see.
I guess I could start and see if he gets in. I can go through some of these slides.
Okay.
Sheldon, what's your role at the company?
I'm going to turn this light on.
Sorry, I'm trying to get Joe in here right now. Just a moment.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take this.
A little better. It's awfully dark.
Yeah, so Joe can't sign in because he's on his phone. I don't think this platform allows a computer, like a phone login. So What would you like to do? We could take it back to the Zoom link that I sent, or I mean that'd probably be the only way I could get Joe in here.
Yeah, no, that's weird. I've been able to sign in from the phone. That is, I mean, do you want to just put him on speaker and then maybe he can just talk through this, like his phone?
He won't be able to hear you and respond, nor will he be able to see the slides to actually interact with you.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Kim?
I don't know. That's what he's talking to me right now. You know, I guess he was just prepared for us using his Zoom link, which I'm assuming was just miscommunication on my end. I should have communicated earlier than last minute. Should we reschedule? Would that be the right thing to do? Because I do think he would be an important part to be on here.
He's huge, yeah, because Joe can speak to this so well.
He really can. He's so passionate. I love hearing him talk about it.
I mean, I guess we could certainly try and move it to Zoom. I just don't. Do you have a Zoom link that I can post?
I do, that he sent to us like back in when we scheduled this. Let's see. How did you guys do it for the? I think you guys did this before, correct?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
No, I was just kind of talking to myself. Hey, do you have the Zoom link that Joe was wanting to do in the beginning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can email it over to you right now.
All right. Do you mind emailing it to Katie?
Kimberly and Katie, and yeah, I have both your emails right here because I have the email link you sent him earlier. So I'll just forward that to you right now.
Okay. And is it easy just to switch over, Katie?
I mean, it's easy for me. I don't know how many people will lose in the process, but yeah, I'll post it in here and then I'll have Ira email it out to people.
Okay, yeah, that's what I recommend. And if you have a text medium or something else, you can just send it to them. They should be able to connect directly to it since it's a Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of these other chat mediums don't work too well on phones.
Okay. I don't have a link though. You just emailed it out. Did you get a link, Kim?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Joe said that he can connect to the original Zoom link, so I'm going to forward it over to Katie at nursepreneurs.com and Kimberly at genorthics.com.
Yes, please.
Okay, excellent. Sending now. Should have it in your inbox.
Okay. I'm going to put this in comments and then I'll have Ira mail this out.
And then, so how do we go over there? I just need to
You just have to hang up here and then just join the Zoom link.
Yeah, awesome. Either click on the link or the Zoom channel info. Should get you right in there.
Perfect. I will see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll see you there.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's no good. All right, so I put a Zoom link inside YouTube and Facebook. If you can see it in the comments, and I'm going to have my staff email the link to you. This is a link out. I switched it to Zoom. All right, so we're going to all head over to Zoom. So hopefully you'll be able to meet us over there. The Zoom link again is inside. Sorry, Rebecca. It's inside. If you're on YouTube or in Facebook, that Zoom link should be there. I'm going to hang out for 1 second just to give you time to click on that. And then we're also going to email that Zoom link to you, and the proper recording will be sent to you. All right. She got the message. So that email is going out to you. So I'm going to go over there, and I'll see you guys on Zoom.